Hello students. So today we are going to discuss another very important functionality of the list, and that is the list comprehension. So let's get started. So in this lecture we are going to discuss the why, what and how about the list comprehensions, that why list comprehensions are used, what are the specific situations where list comprehension are used, and how to use these with the help of some examples. Okay, so first of all, let us have the concept that why list comprehensions are used. So suppose we have a list here, and that is composed of some string values here. So let us have here names of the months. So January, February, and let us have here March. Okay, so suppose I want to create another list, so let me call it new list, and I want to copy all of these elements into this new list. So how can I do it? So in our previous lectures we have seen that in order to add all the elements from this list, we can use the element wise indexing here, in which one by one all the elements will be added into this new list by using the append method. Okay, so let us have here a loop. So for I in lst, and what we have to do, we have to use this new list and here append here, and after appending it and after looping through all the elements here, let me print the values which are now in the new list. Okay, so now let me run it. So we can see here that the new list is now composed of the three strings which were previously available in the list. Okay, so this is one of the method or one of the technique in which the elements of a list can be copied into another list. Okay, so this is a very lengthy procedure in which we have to iterate through all the elements of a list and we have to append it into a new list one by one. Okay, so to cope or to tackle the issues which are related to the problems which are basically mentioned here, we use list comprehension. So what are basically the list comprehension? So in order to tackle the same problem here, to write a new list here, so first of all let me make it empty. So this is now empty list. So in order to create a new list here, I will use just one statement, and that will be the list comprehension. And in that statement I have to write any variable which I want to name. So let me call it x. So x for x in list. Okay, so when this will be created, let me print it, and after printing it I will see that the same output I have got from this procedure. Okay, so this thing here, this is called the list comprehension. So what are the basic elements of a list comprehension? In list comprehension I have first of all the list brackets here, which are basically the square brackets, and after it what I have to do inside of it, first of all I have to write the name of a variable, and this variable has to iterate over the iterable list. Okay, and after it I can also write the condition as well. Okay, and after it I can assign it to another new variable. Okay, so that is the structure of a list, in which here we can see that in our example here the new variable was basically the new list. The same square brackets were used in which the variable was x, and the iteration across the iterable list was, that is the iterable. So that was basically for I in list. It was iterating through it, and after it I can write the conditions like if elif, if else, etc. Okay, so that is the structure of a list, that list comprehension can be used by following this structure here. Okay, so this is the structure of a list. After it, let me go through some examples that how we can deploy the list comprehension in many problems. So let us have the examples in which we have to generate a list of numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so we can see that in order to generate a list of numbers from 1 to 10, what we have to do, we cannot write directly the range command. Okay, how we cannot use it? Because first let me use range here. So by writing range here and assigning it to the list underscore 1, and let me print it, it will just give me this range object here. Okay, this is a simple object which is now placed inside the memory location, and in order to invoke it, what I have to do, I have to use the loop here in order to invoke it. Okay, so therefore in order to generate the numbers from 1 to 10, what I have to do, so let me write the new underscore list underscore 1 equal to, again writing the, so writing the list comprehension, this square bracket, and x for x in range of 1 to 10. Okay, so after writing it, let me print it, new underscore list underscore 1, and after printing it, I will see that it is now composed of 1 2 3 up to 9. Okay, so as I have to generate a list which ranges from 1 to 10, so therefore it must be here 11, because the last element is not created here. So first let me comment it out. So now we can see that it is composed of 1 to 10 elements. So this is a list which I have created by using this list comprehension. After it, in our second example, what I have to do, I have to generate a list of 5 even numbers. So in order to do it, let me again use the list comprehension. So let me call it list underscore 2, and here x for x in range of make it 0. So after it, what it will do, it will just generate the numbers from 0 to 9, but it will not create any list of even numbers. So let me print it out here. So list underscore 2, and it will generate the numbers from 0 to 9. What we want to do, we want to get the 0 2 4 6 and 8. Okay, so in order to do it, what should I have to do? I have to write the condition here that if the values it created are the even numbers, so the modulus of those will be equal to 0, modulus 2 of those will be equal to 0. So now let me run it, and I will see the difference here, and here I can see that the condition is fulfilled here. Okay, and I have got these numbers. Similarly, what if I want to generate the even numbers? I will just make it like this, and it will generate the odd numbers. Sorry, these will create the odd numbers, and henceforth you can also use these conditions here as well. So you can see that list comprehensions are one of the very important and useful tools in the Python language. So now in our last example, we have to create a list which is composed of numbers greater than another number from another list. Okay, so let us have a list here, and let me call it list underscore sample, and in this list I have some numbers. Let me call it 4 8 3 6 9 7. Okay, so from this list, what I have to do, I have to make a list of the numbers which are greater than 5. So in order to create it, let me use the list comprehensions as well. So those numbers will be stored inside the list underscore 3, and in order to do it, again use the same procedure here. So for x in list underscore sample, because now I have to iterate through this list and I have to see that if the number is greater than 5, what I have to do, I will assign it to this x, otherwise that number will be neglected. So now if x is greater than 5, that number will be stored inside this x, but in order to do it, I have to write the if condition here as well. Okay, so after it, let me print it as well. So lst underscore 3, and after printing it, I will see that these are the numbers which are greater than 5 here. So let me confirm it. So 8, 6, 9, 7, 8, 6, 9, 7, these are the 4 numbers which are available in this list which are greater than 5. Okay, so that is all about the list comprehensions. I will also solve more examples which are related to the list comprehension in our upcoming videos. So till then, practice all the concepts which I have gone through in this video, and after you got all the concept of list comprehension, I will see you with another video of this topic. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.